Hello everyone, welcome to Nicovera. Today we're doing a topic about healing. We'll take a deep dive into things that happened in the past or past action that needs to heal or related to healing. Could be like things are lingering, things are blocking you from healing or place that need attention. Could also be like a confirmation about your healing journey. We'll see. At the end, we'll get some advice or guidance on how to heal. All right, there are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and 4. Pile 1. This Malachite. Pile 1. The Malachite. Pile 2. Super 7. Super 7. Pile 3. Amethyst Moo. Amethyst Moo. Pile 4. Rose Quartz. Rose Quartz. I'll put the timestamp down below in the description box. I will see you in your pile. At pile 1, if you chose this Malachite, this is your reading. Welcome. Today's topic is about healing, and I pulled some cards here to do an energy check to see your energy. And here is some context about what happened or what you've been through that is related to this healing. And here is more what this healing is about. And we have some kind of like advice or guidance here. I have to say, pile 1 is a very specific pile. It's not for everyone. If it does not fit, feel free to go back to the beginning and pick another one. Your energy come off as Ace of Cups, the Devil, Success, and Panther. And the Success is bright orange. I don't know if the camera is capturing it right. And when we see the Devil, the common theme would be like a toxic relationship, a very controlling environment. And here I don't get much of romantic relationship here. Your concern is not really about like the mundane or everyday to-day life. I feel you're more concerned about the broad, the big picture. I think the Devil here is about broad topics that affect everyone in the world. For example, like hunger, poverty, people struggling from poverty line, the education. And I think you're more concerned about how to give to people who are in need and how to heal, not really about yourself, but it's how to heal the humanity, how to save humanity, how to give more to help people who are in need. Reading your energy is not like you're fighting against the darkness, but it's more like very healing with this Ace of Cups. It's like you want to try to heal the world, kind of like to bring light into the darkness. It's kind of like a light worker for some of you. This is not like a spiritual fighter, but it's for sure you're fighting to heal the world, to heal people. Looking at this Panther energy, it's giving me you're ambitious and you have very good intention to do good work that benefit not just you, small you, but to benefit the generation, the next generation, not just very limited to personal gain, but for the entire humanity. I feel like you don't like to be stuck in one place. It's giving me you want to see progress and you're very ambitious to do everything that you can to help people. And the success, it's really giving me this vibrant orange energy that you want to devote your attention, your energy, your resource to give to the society, give to people who are in need. This energy is pretty specific, and I don't feel like this is for everyone. And here I ask more explanation for the devil here, and we have the world, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and 9 of Wands. There's a few ways to read this, but I like reading the card like this instead of, this way in a straight line. This is just what I was saying before, like put an end to the suffering and very eager to give with the 6 Pentacles here. There could be like other way to read this, like, could be in like a past like toxic romantic relationship or like a controlling relationship, but I think most of you are a giver here. Here I put some cards about what happened or what you have been through that is related to the healing. And I have to say, it took me some time and pulled more cards to see what is going on, because this energy or like your concern is really above the mundane, the everyday stuff. So, and we have 2 of Wands, the Fool, High Priestess, and Page of Wands. Let's talk about these first. I see this is you wanting to take that leap of faith, wanting a new beginning, a new start. And Page of Wands energy is resonating with the Panther and success. Something you're ambitious about. You put a lot of energy to it. You're excited about. And when we talk about like High Priestess, it's like the subconscious. It's the intuition. It's the spirituality. This gives me, for some of you, this is about a religious belief or like a philosophical belief. And I see that you no longer, or more like outgrow your previous like society or environment or beliefs. You outgrow that and you form your own opinion. You have your own idea. You know where to go. You can't wait to start this new chapter or to take that leap of faith here. And it's something that you intuitive know that you should be going. It's a chapter that aligns with your spiritual growth. It's like the 2 of Wands here. She's looking out of the window. It's kind of like having the blueprint in mind. It's here, like a blueprint in mind and looking outward. Have the globe by the side, looking at the Fool, a new star. And here we have 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, the Wheel. And I asked for explanation for 3 of Cups. We have the Hierophant, the Wheel, we have the Magician. And the 6 of Pentacles show up twice. When we're pulling the Devil, the explanation we have 6 of Pentacles. You have a very generous soul and a big heart. Life is more than just yourself. It's about the whole humanity. So, it doesn't have to be like very rich to do charity. You don't have to be in a high position to, help people, help the society. You could be, a social worker. You could be just a regular person. You contribute your share. Little by little, you're making this world a better place. I think this is related to your past experience. That for some of you, as I said before, this is related to like a religious group, could be like charity, non-profit, ethical group. Because the Three of Cups is like a society, a group. Could be like friend group as well. And the Hierophant is like the structure, the religion. And here, I just like this image here. It's the staircase. It's kind of like the staircase to heaven. And with this Six of Pentacles being here twice, it talks about give and take. Like I said before, like helping people. And the wheel is interesting. The wheel talks about like fate, and the Magician is more about personal or your own will of power. So here is kind of like you're able to change the trajectory or the direction of this wheel. The Magician, we have the infinity sign here. With the Six of Pentacles, there's also an infinity sign. Well, like I understand the design of the Six of Pentacles is like when you give, you will eventually receive back to you. Might not be in the same way, but in other way. That's the idea of give and take, which is not really relevant here, but just something interesting to talk about. I really like the design of the card. Going back to what we were talking about, this again, me from the past experience, you realize you actually can make a difference. Kind of like the butterfly effect or ripple effect. You have the power, no matter what your goal is, could be like change the world, to end poverty, to end the sufferings. It could also be something small, like donate enough desks or chairs to this kindergarten, to the elementary school. It doesn't matter what your goal is. From this past experience, you realized you have the power to make the world a better place. This world, this life is not passive. The fate is not a passive thing. It's not like predestination. You have the power to change the direction of the wheel. Like I was saying before, this is related to a group or like a workplace. While you're there, you find out that you're able to change, or you have the power to reach the goal that you want. And with this Jupiter in Virgo, it talks about patience. I don't know if you can see it, but Jupiter in Virgo, this energy is a very hardworking energy. So this is giving me use. If this is a workplace or a group, like religious group or like non-profit, or like this workplace, I see that you put a lot of effort in. You put a lot of energy in. And you could really like overwork yourself. And this Virgo energy is very analytic and it's very sophisticated in the mental space with this sun in Sagittarius. This resonate with the Panther and Success, Page of Wands energy. Someone with good heart, good conscience might be like sometimes you're very honest that, you know, it hurt people's feeling. It's not because you're like vicious. It's just that it's the truth and sometimes truth hurts. So for some of you, I do see that there was something that you do not agree with. And it's related to kind of like the devil here, like how to give with this Six of Pentacles and Three of Swords. I feel like for some of you, there could be approaches that you disagree with like other team members or the group. And when it's related to like religious, this could relate it to beliefs and thoughts, how to approach certain things. And I see you have your own idea. I see the reason why you want to start something your own, start something new. Sun in Sagittarius energy is a very bright energy. It's like this bright orange here. And it's someone who is very intelligent, someone who value honesty, could be very straightforward. Someone who is energetic, outgoing. And this could also talk about travel. And here we have the Six of Swords here. So it could, for some of you, this could mean like travel that is related to the new start. And with the Sun and Sagittarius energy, it kind of resonates with the patience and the High Priestess here. Someone care about like the philosophical ideas or, educations. And like we were saying before, like a religious concept or ethical concept. So I do feel like this nature, this truth searching or truth-based nature could bring disagreements when it comes to society or a group, right? And this could talk about you leave something behind, some group, workplace behind, and move on to a new chapter, a new place where you feel like you spiritually or philosophically more aligned with. And here, let's move on to what this healing about. All right, my microphone just fell down. This gives to me, for some of you, if this is about a religion or like a religious group, it's giving me, some of you, like the whole group or the belief system even, might like collapse. So it's giving me like, for some of you, the devil can mean like a controlling group. For example, like a cult, just for some of you. And it's because my microphone just collapsed. It gives me that idea. Okay. And let's move on to the energy here. We have the Five of Wands, Six of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Hangman. There's some conflict, either externally or internally. There's something that you need to process, and the Six of Swords is more like the transitioning stage from the troubled water to the calm water. Something you need to process and transition into peace from this conflict energy. And I feel like for some of you, this is more like an internal conflict. You might have some guilt, or this hangman's like lingering thoughts or emotions kind of like attached to this group or this environment. And for some of you, with the Seven of Cups being here, it's like you don't know if you're making a good decision by leaving things and people behind to go to this grand new beginning. For some of you, you might think it's too good to be true, because with this Jupiter in Virgo, Sun in Sagittarius, I think for some of you, it might be a very big, bright new beginning or new opportunity. And I feel like for some of you, you might worry about choosing, making a choice. So I really feel like here is more internal conflict in terms of this Five of Wands here. And I think it's related, the decision is related to the Fool, something new. For some of you, this could just be you taking a break from work or from like all the responsibilities that you're dealing with now, especially with the Six of Swords and the Hangman, right? The Hangman is kind of like inactive and could really just be taking a break from giving away too much, either your energy, your resource. You might work too much, overworked yourself, and you might be giving too much that costs this Three of Swords for yourself. And it's a time for you to heal your mind, body, and spirit. I guess like for some of you, this could also be like a self-doubt, not sure if your way or the way that you think or your belief is the truth or not. Just think like looking at these cards, I feel like no one will give you the answer. It will take some time for you to find out yourself with this Hangman, looking at things in a different perspective. Kind of like this head is glowing here. Like a lot of activities going on in the mind. And I kind of think part of the reason you're not able to see things clearly is that the Five of Wands, you're still like the conflict, and the Six of Swords is still like a transitioning. Once you get there, you get to the calm water, you might able to see what's in the cup more clearly and able to make a decision if there's any decision need to be made. This could really talk about take the time to meditate. All right, let's see the guidance here. We have the surrender to play. Like I was saying, for some of you, you're overworking yourself. It says take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Overthinking a goal. This could talk about you're ambitious to reach the goal, and it's like Rome is not built in one day. It takes amount of time and also consistent effort for you to get there. For some of you, if you feel like you're overworking yourself, you're overgiving your energy, take that break. Maybe like go on a vacation to like lake house or something near water, because I do see something like the Six of Swords and the Fool, and there's a lot of water reference. And here we have surrendered defensiveness. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. I feel like this could reference to the Five of Wands energy. For some of you, you might feel like every day is a fight, is a battle. Yeah, this energy here, I don't think you are someone who is like combative, if that's a word, or like egotistic. I think you're dealing with kind of like the tough side or the dark side with the approach of healing, or like the water energy, and you put your energy into, like I was saying, like helping people, and more like the mental, or just in the mental space, or crown chakra is like you think about topics like spirituality, religion, how to help people, stuff like that. With this defensiveness, I more feel like it's you. It's not about you deal with other people. It's more about you deal with yourself and how you deal with yourself. Don't treat yourself as a robot. For some of you, you might like think you're a Superman or Superwoman. You're a human being. You need to take care of your needs. I understand that you might think time is limited. You only have 24 hours a day, but still, like, please take care of yourself, and then you can better help other people. I feel like just don't be so tense and serious. Get on that vacation. Take some time off. It's time to tap into some playful energy, and make sure that like every day you have some time just to be playful or to give it to yourself, and you will get there. The question is how, right? You can treat yourself as a robot and work like 24 hours a day and with no break, and just keep your eyes on the prize. But the process, how you get there, is also important, and how you treat yourself, how you deal with yourself. Give yourself more love, and just please don't think taking a break is lazy or something, which is not. It just better help you get there. This is a great energy. Like I said, I spend a lot of time and kind of like the table space to just understand what this is. You might already know things that I said. Maybe something in the future, we can take a deep dive into it, because I do feel like for some of you, you came to this reading looking for kind of like a broad or general guidance on how to better help people with suffering and heartbreak. All right, Part 1, this is your reading. I will see you next time. Bye. How Part 2, if you chose the Super 7. This is your reading. Welcome. So today, a topic is healing. And we are looking at your energy. And here is a little contest of what you have been through, what happened in the past that is related to the healing. And actually this is your energy. And you can use this as an energy check to see if you picked the right pile. If not, feel free to go back to the beginning and pick another one. And here is what is this healing about? And we have some advice here. Your energy, we have 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Spider, and anger. I do feel like with this anger being here, there could be resentment about the past, or this could be like the energy, like the anger, are being projected on you. Someone else's energy. This could be, but we'll see when we look further. Ace of Wands energy, it's a new beginning, or at least trying to have new beginning. And with the wand being here, it could talk about passion, interest, could be even like a love interest, or just building a life, kind of like new life, new chapter. And with the 7 of Pentacles, this could also talk about work, having a new career. It talks about patience, and it talks about it needs a little bit more work. So it seems like you're still working towards this Ace of Wands, something new. Could also be like a new goal, a new trajectory in life. And with this spider being here, this is the earth energy. And I feel like here it talks about the hard work spider puts into building the web. And some people would say like the web of Dharma is like the order, the structure put into continuous work into building that web. So I think here it resonates with the 7 of Pentacles here. It needs patience, it needs continuous work. Some of you, this could also talk about the work on yourself spiritually, or just in terms of like shadow work or healing. And healing is a journey. It takes time and effort. So it's not like a one-time thing. It needs, like I said, like continuous work in it. All right, let's move on to here. It's like the contest of what you have been through or what happened to you in the past that related to healing or that needs to heal. Okay, so we have 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Coins, that's 4 Pentacles, the Moon, and the Fool. And if you notice, we have a double Fool here. It highlights a new start. I think whatever happened in the past that actually send you on a new journey, whether you like it or not, it's like it's active or passive. You might not plan this new beginning, but life just brings you there with this Wheel of Fortune. Or for some of you, it's like a catalyst for you to go on this new journey, to start something on your own. 10 of Swords is a very painful ending. This one is interesting. I noticed it today. There's 9 swords stabbed into him, and there's another sword that stand by on his side. This could relate to loss, because like here is like lost the battle or like killed on the battlefield. You know, the traditional meaning or the traditional image is like the back being stabbed, 10 swords. It's more like a betrayal, right? I feel like for some of you, this might be business, like finance, stuff like that, where you lost. Could be a lost fortune, money. And with this 4 of Coins, could talk about that, like financial loss, especially if you're like competing with other people. Could also be like work related, and lost like the competition, didn't get a promotion, stuff like that. And here is a double 10. 10 of Swords and Wheel of Fortune is also 10. This marks an ending. And with this Wheel of Fortune is, for some of it, is quite like faithful or is quite like dramatic even. For some of you, it might feel like it's in a movie or something. Definitely not something like ordinary, you know. For some of you, it might feel like a tragic ending. And here, like the 4 coins and the moon. The moon talks about like emotion, unconscious. Could also talk about like lies, deception. So I feel like for some of you, this might be related to like a scam or money scheme, stuff like that. I feel like nowadays there's a lot of crypto coins. It doesn't have to be like scams, but it could relate it to like very high risk tradings even. Like options trading where you can lose a lot. It could also be like crypto. The 4 coins is really focused on about like money, material stuff. If you see the picture, like he is opening his safe and put the coins in, right? The idea of making money is just to save it. Sometimes like it's related to like stingy, right? And with the Fool here, for some of you, you might need to start over just financially. But with this Wheel of Fortune being here, I kind of feel like this might be ironic that something tragic or unfortunate happened. It turns out like free you up. I feel like for some of you, this is a relationship that you've been holding on to it very tight. You refuse to let go. It's the moon. It could also talk about emotions. This painful ending might not be something you want, but it actually work out in your favor. It's like clearing things out for you. Just an example, like you might be a hoarder and let's say like there's a fire and it burned everything out. At that time, you might be sad because everything was gone due to the fire, but this might help you in the long run to see you don't need that much stuff, have a new lifestyle that is healthy. But that's just an example, if that makes sense. It's like sometimes it takes a painful ending for you to see, for you to wake up, because it hurt enough. Whether you accept it or not, the Wheel of Fortune is turning. At the moment, you don't know if it's turning like downwards or upwards. You don't know, but it offers you a fresh start. And I feel like the answer is for you to figure out in the long run. And let's see the energy here. We have Justice, the Fool, the Chariot, and 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is walking away. That brings peace. Every time I see this card, it's like maybe at the moment or in the past, like you never get a closure, regardless if it's like a, you know, financial thing or a relationship thing. But what you can do is you walking away, you give yourself a closure. And it might not work immediately, right? It might not make you feel better, but in the long run, when you're looking back, hopefully one day you will say like, I did it all myself. It's like maybe nobody has my bag, but I still have myself. This is the 8 of Cups energy giving me. It's like by walking away and not looking back, I'm content. I'm content with my decision. I accept what I have been through in the past or what other people like did to me or, you know, how things turn out. I fully accept it. And I know that there's something better for me waiting on the other side, like that Fool here, able to take that leap of faith. And with the Justice, it's like the lesson, right? The karmic lesson you need to learn. And also, for some of you, like this new star is the divine justice for you. It might not turn out to be the way that you want it, but maybe in the future, you think back, you'll be thankful. And justice also talk about balance. And I feel here is more balance your inner self, or like your inner energy, or balance your emotion to get the peace for yourself. And knowing that you yourself can get that peace, even if nobody offered you any like reconciliation, like no closure, it's okay. You got yourself. Like the chariot, moving on. I do have to say, with this justice being here, like sometimes when you've been through like Ten of Swords moment, right, based on your past, I feel like it makes sense to be angry, to have resentment. I really think it's natural. I feel like if other people come in and judge you, I mean, we all know that anger, right? It's not a healthy energy. When you've been through a betrayal, when you've been through a painful ending, especially like when other people treated you wrong, it's really not other people's business or other people's right to judge you, because those people never been through what you had to been through. So I would just say, like, looking at your energy, I think is natural, right? It's part of the grief process. I just think like your healing has something to do with grief to some extent, just with all the combination here. The chariot, 8 of cups, plus the fool, and we have the justice being here. I feel like it's a permanent walking away. So give yourself some time and more love to deal with your emotion. If there's any remaining like resentment or any other negative energy, take the time, deal with it. Do not run away from it, just face it. Let it naturally process. There's no rush. You don't need to like expedite things. Like this chariot, go through it. There's no shortcut in healing. There's no shortcut in moving on. And the last thing I want to say is, when I look at this justice, this is not for all of you, but I feel for some of you, if you're stuck with the idea of like justice retribution, for example, like someone needs to get their karma, for example, like hurting you or other things that you're kind of like obsessed with this 4 coins being here. If you're stuck on the idea, just think about the new start, this full energy that is for yourself. Keep thinking about, other people getting their karma. You're putting the focus on other people, right? And I feel like this current timeline is all about you. Don't let, other people who really do not worth your attention become your focus. The focus for you right now is yourself and your new journey that is going to be exciting, that is going to be healing. And that is your divine justice, to get away from whatever that you were involved before. Your divine justice is to have nothing to do with these people in the past who hurt you, or a thing in the past that give you this tragic ending. So you only need to focus on yourself and just let universe work things out on itself. Now let's move on to the advice here. First, we have surrender your addictions. It's kind of like what I was saying before. And I mean, addictions can be a lot of things. Let me just read what it says here. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. It's kind of like what I was saying before, right? Like if you're obsessed with the idea about like karma, focus on yourself, right? And if this is about like, anger issues, accept it, acknowledge it, don't run away from it, but to deal with it and to try to find alternatives, healthier alternatives. It does not limit it to like counseling, right? Pick up additional hobbies, stuff like that. Right? There's a lot of way. And now with the internet, you have a lot of resources. Even like go to Reddit, people have good advice on there. So I mean, you never know, right? And I feel like for some of you, this could relate it to the addiction could relate it to 4 coins, which is could be like hoarder, right? Holding on to the items or like being stingy, focus too much on like money and wealth. And for some of you, you might addicted to certain sadness, addicted to the feeling of hurt. And it's kind of like this history like repeat itself. With the 8 of Cups is kind of like find a root, understand where it come from, more like understand yourself. And that itself is very healing, or it's the critical things for you to heal and for you to move away, for you to drop or heal that addiction. But like it's said here, like there's a lot of ways, a lot of things people can get addicted to. So it's not just, limited to what I was saying before. But with the 8 of Pentacles, or sorry, 8 of Cups being here, is talking about like walking away. And the Chariot is also like put action into walking away from addictions. And just, like don't blame yourself. Don't put like shame on yourself, because addictions is a very complex problem. I don't think it's fair to shame individuals. It's a much bigger problem that is beyond us. It's related to like the politics, it's related to the socio-economic environment. And I really feel like it's just, a lazy accusation or explanation to blame the individuals, because it's so much deeper than that. If you give another thought on it, All right, let me just move on to the next one. We have surrender to wonder and owl. It says open to the magic of every moment and sense the owl and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it says double mission, channeling, and uplifting humanity. And we have another one. I kind of think these 3 are together or connected. It says the great gardening. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. I think here is trying to say that you have your own power. Don't underestimate your own power. Don't look down on yourself, and your spiritual power is strong. Don't underestimate the prayers. And here is the energy of appreciation. I feel for some of you, maybe it's time to call on your soul tribe. For some of you, it's like getting to a group or association where like you can share your experience. If you have anything related to like addiction, other people might experience the same thing. I don't know what to call that, like help group, where you can help other people and other people can help you. For some of you, like I see this is very spiritual, and I don't know what this is related to, because everyone is different. Because you can see like the image here, it's like ascending some spiritual practice or spiritual growth here, right? And you're able to find your soul tribe with wonder and owl here. All right, Pal 2, this is your reading. I'll see you next time. Bye. Pal 3, if you chose this amethyst moon, this is your reading. Welcome. Today's topic is healing. And here we have an energy check. You can also use this as a check to see if you picked the right pile. If not, feel free to go back to the beginning and pick another one. Here is a little contest about what happened to you in the past. What have you been through that is related to the healing? Could also be like what needs to be healed. Let's take a look at your energy first. We have 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles, and Justice. We'll talk about these 2 later. A lot of Pentacles, stability in your current energy. Could talk about financially and emotionally. And with this ace, I feel like we see ace a lot today. There's a lot of new beginning. And I'm not even surprised you also drown to pile 2. Because I do see some similarity. Even like the same card, the advice card from last pile. And this beginning is similar to like last pile. It's like a divine justice for you. Is there like energetically to balance things out? This could also talk about like inner balance. Could also mean like your current energy is very balanced within. And with this Nine of Pentacles here is the self-made. I feel at least in career or like finance, you're doing pretty good, pretty solid here. Or to say like stable. For some of you, if you're involved with like a legal case, it's this justice could talk about like court. And this Eight of Pentacles, it could talk about like the ruling. Kind of like your name will be cleared. The justice will be served. In this case, I think you're like it will go in your favor because you are on the good team. And like Four of Pentacles is talking about like keeping things to itself, right? Like holding on to the coin. But with this Knight of Pentacles, it's actually talking about share the resource. Because in here, like she put 6 pentacles to share and 3 pentacles for herself. Maybe it's the other way around, but something like that. But she's willing to share her resource. I do feel like a little bit loner energy at this current stage. You're more focused on like stability, your career achievement for some of you. For some of you, this could also talk about like offer. Could also be like property as well, like getting a new house. Because for Pentacles, the number 4 is a very solid structure. This could talk about like home purchase. For the oracle cards here, we have horse, we have gazelle. Very intuitive. You're connected with your intuition. And horse is the earth energy. It's represented in here and is the master of earth energy. It really resonates with a lot of pentacles here, which represent the earth element. And earth energy is really grounded, but also very strong. So it could have a lot of momentum. And I feel like horse is a very driven energy, right? Driven to the destination and being supportive if needed. And at the same time, horse is very free and very dedicated. It's not easy to give up. So I feel like you're someone that does not give up so easily. And for some of you, this could really talk about like your career goal or your life purpose. And you're very like driven, very ambitious to achieve these goals for yourself. And with this gazelle being here, there's a certain like elegance about you or the way that you move. Also, it talks about like you're aware of your surroundings. And sometimes you might lose the focus, or to say kind of like the hypersensitive people for some of you. And it could also talk about like you're being defensive, because I feel like gazelle is on the defense about like their predators and they're always on the lookout for it. So that could be for some of you here because of your past experience. And let's move on to here, what you have been through in the past that needs healing or that is related to healing today. We have 7 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Pentacles with the star, the sun. Let's just stop here and we'll get to it later. The 9 of Cups talk about wish, a dream that you have. And with this 10 of Pentacles, star and the sun, I feel like you're someone who does not lose hope. No matter how things are, no matter what you've been through, you always have hope. And I can feel like a very positive attitude. It's like you're always enthusiast or positive about life. And I do feel like this affect people, you know, your positivity. I feel like, of course, like people want to hang out with someone who has who spread the positivity around. And it's just interesting about this Seven of Wands. This could talk about a few things. First, this could talk about like restriction or things that you are hoping for has some like blockage. So like when achieving your goals, your dream, it's not really smooth. There's a lot of obstacles on the way. This could also talk about your positivity does not, or kind of like make other people I guess look bad or like hurt other people's feeling. I don't know how to express it. Basically like you're like this Seven of Wands for some of you, that you're being kind of like attacked on. What's the other word, like ganged up on or something, or like pushed into the corner. And you're like the image here is like out of your sight, out of your mind. You're turning the other way. You're not like even giving them the attention. And I see like you're just really being hopeful and being positive here, that good things will happen. It will eventually happen for you. That is interesting. And here we have Eight of Swords, the Lovers, Seven of Pentacles. I kind of feel like for some of you, this is about a romantic partner or like a relationship. Could even be like a spiritual connection where your light kind of makes the other person look bad. I don't want to say look bad, but it's like trigger this Eight of Swords energy in them, this insecurity in them. It's kind of like looking into the mirror, or like you make them see like kind of like the ugliness or the insecurity in them. How do I describe this? It's kind of like before, like it's completely dark, they're not able to see, right, themselves, their reflection. But now with you being so bright, it kind of shine everything, and they finally like see their reflection in the mirror. It's like that. I keep talking about mirror because I see this image here. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, like it talks about roots, it talks about kind of like connection. Everything is like connected, and it goes all the way back to the root. I kind of feel like this is talking about the other person here. I guess it doesn't have to be like a romantic. It could also be like a very important friendship, something like that, or family member, where you feel like, this is a spiritual connection where it's to teach you a lesson, or like you are the other person's lesson. I do feel like looking at this spread, it's you teaching the other person the lesson here. This is giving me like dealing with you. They need to look back to their roots to see what actually is causing this like reflection here, or this feeling of insecurity here. And Seven of Pentacles also talks about it's a long process for the plant to grow, or I kind of think this is a tree. It takes time. So it will take them a lot of time to, I guess, like match up to you, or to even like face you if they like ghost you, or, they just disappear, I guess. If I'm saying like I don't see anything here, like they like disappear or anything. But I just feel like they might run away if this is like I guess if they can run away, right? If it's family member, you probably have to like see them. But just looking at this energy, I feel like they're triggered. And they know that they have a lot of work that needs to be done. And here we have the Enterprise. We have Jupiter and Aries. This is like what I said before. You're someone, have the good energy, who is very confident, the Aries energy, and take the leadership. You don't have to be in any like leadership position, but it's just the energy that you get. It's like the natural leader quality, like take the initiative, very confident, have a positive outlook, and bring people together. It's just that confidence. Here we have the Authority. This is kind of like what I was saying before, and this is Mars in Capricorn. I feel like this is a romantic connection. This person might be insecure because it seems like you're in a high position or higher position, or like you have that quality. Could be like you make more money to succeed in career. I have to say, like, if this is the case, it's really good that things didn't work out. And if you feel like you're being like alienated, you feel like you're being just like pushed around, I just wanted to know that it's not because of you. Well, the only reason is because you're too good for these people. You're not an issue. Really, like their inner demon, their insecurity is the issue. It has nothing to do with you. Just looking at your energy here, Star, Sun, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You know, some people, I'm not saying like all of them are like this, but some people are just jealous of your achievements, of what you have. I think the core is the energy that you have, confident, abundant, expansive. The energy is not something you can buy with money. It's the hope, the faith, and the mental strength that get you here today. But yeah, I'm not saying like all of them are like that. I'm just saying like if you experience this Seven of Wands energy in the past, they might. And this is going to be very specific for some of you. This authority energy is the other person that you're dealing with, who is very calculated, who only cares about their own achievements, especially if this is about a career. Basically, like they might like wanted to block your success in the past, but I do feel like whatever happened, you're not really bothered here. It's not like you don't know. I think you're aware of what was going on, but you still keep a very positive outlook. It's kind of like what is yours will be yours. You might lost certain things that you know that eventually it will come back to you because that belongs to you at the first place. And with this star is like, as long as you have one last breath on, not everything is lost. You still believe in hope. All right, let's move on to the energy here. This is what I ask, what is this healing about? What is the core or like the focus? And we have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, Ten of Swords, Six of Cups. The High Priestess is your intuition. It's kind of like your spiritual growth. I think it's saying kind of two things. I think it go both ways. Like one side, spirituality, your faith healed you. And in the process, you're also strengthening your faith and accelerate your spiritual growth. It's like work the muscle and make it stronger. And I asked about explanation for the Ten of Swords. We have the Empress. This is a renewal energy. It's just like this Ten of Swords image here. It really resonates as what we were saying before. Like it's just temporary. Although like it is painful, but the dawn will come out. And there's some blessing here. If you see like the gesture, it's the same gesture as the Hierophant here. Blessing, painful ending is a sort of blessing for you to grow, for you to expand. Like this Empress here. 3 is talk about expansion. I feel like this is a catalyst for you to find yourself, or to say, to elevate yourself into this Empress. Like I said, like expansive energy here that is constantly growing. It only strengthens it. It's kind of like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. For the Six of Cups, I ask explanation, and we have Eight of Cups. Healing, walking away, detached from the pain, from what happened in the past. And I see the Six of Cups is a reconciliation with yourself, the current self and past self. Like this Page of Cups, you're holding the cup here, and there's a fish that wants to jump out. The magic of life. Page of Cups is very intuitive, or to say like psychic. This experience only makes you more intuitive. For some of you, it's even like healing your inner child, and finally walking away from it. Here it is like alchemy is at work, from this cup to this fish jumping out, and that is the magic. And let's see the advice here. We have surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. I really like what it says here, like ecstasy of flow. That's a water energy. That's the cups here. Keep things flowing. That flow is gonna help your intuition. But this high priestess here, your connection to the higher source, and this Hierophant here. We have another one, surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. And I think this is related to the career here. If you're having like burnout, take some time off, take a rest, and don't push yourself too hard. All right, Pal 3, this is your reading. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pal number 4. If you chose this rose quartz, this is your reading. Welcome. So today's topic is about healing. First, I will do an energy check. It's right here. Down here is a contest about what happened to you, or what you have been through, or what you did in the past that is related to the healing here. And here is what is the main focus? What is the healing about? Now let's talk about the energy first. We have Seven of Swords, Judgment, the Sun, Three of Wands. And I will talk about these later. I will say, like, if this does not fit your energy, feel free to go back to the beginning and pick another one. This gives me a split up energy here. For some of you, this is a reflection of this judgment. Judgment is looking at is about the past. Something you did in the past for some of you that you're not proud of, especially with the judgment here, and things that come into light with the Sun. And with the Three of Wands reversed, this is like, Three of Wands is looking outwards, looking into the future. And this is kind of resonate with like the judgment is like the internal reflection, looking at the past and bring things into the light. It could be like deceptions in the past or some behaviors, like patterns that involves with like kind of like a sneakiness here. And I just have to say, like, with the horse and crow energy, they both have potential. It's kind of like the higher high and the lower low. It's kind of like that. The key is to balance your energy. And when things are balanced, they have great potential and do great things. But when it's out of balance, it could cause some issues. You can achieve great things, but it just need to balance your energy. And I think the other energy is just not like sneakiness, but it's kind of like a strategic move. And the main energy kind of shares the reflection. It's a period, or you're currently reflect things that happened in the past. Kind of talks about like the way that you move. Could be like how you handle things, right? Where kind of like you could do better or you could do different for some of you here. And I just highlight, like, with the Sun come out, for some of you, there could be like past illusions or past deceptions that come into light and you become aware of it. But in general, regardless of what scenarios you have, with the judgment here, it's kind of like a clearing of the past. With this water, it talks about like purification. They're rising above from the sea. And the image is Archangel Gabriel blowing the horn. It's kind of like this rise up energy, right? From the dead or from the past. And the Sun is like the connection to kind of like the current. So I wouldn't worry about too much when the Sun come out, right? For some of you, like, this is righting your wrongs, at least like energy wide. All right, let's talk about the oracle cards here. And here we have the Charity. This is Saturn in Cancer. Could talk about a few things. Like Cancer is like the responsibilities, right? When it comes with family matters. This could also talk about like someone with very harsh childhood for some of you here, and might leave like scars. But the good thing is it's one of the driven becomes later in life to improve kind of like the family environment, family situation. For example, like build a better family on your own. And with Saturn in Cancer, there could be where you feel emotionally isolated, or Saturn also could talk about like burden, taking more responsibility, like hard work. But in general, I feel like you value the stability, you value security. Sometimes when the energy is not imbalanced, this energy could cause be like very materialist or just hard to get over or like controlling or possessive. And I also feel like with this placement, there could also be like a conceal of your like who you really are, your true identity, or it's mainly like your feelings when you might feel like vulnerable to disclose your feelings, to share. It's kind of like build the walls up or like the shell, the Cancer, like the shell is thick. It's hard to let other people go inside. I do feel like for some of you, this might be a struggle because if you see like the angel, she is reaching out to get help from the angel. It's kind of like the judgment here, kind of like a resort to the angel or the higher hands for help. This might indicate you've been through things that are related to like family, could be love in terms of like stability. And there could be like possessiveness here because the crow is really holding on to kind of like this gold nugget. But I do have to say like the energy here is pretty spiritual. With this crow here, if things are not balanced, the spirituality is not grounded. So there could be, I don't want to say psychosis, while it could be, or it could talk about like, oh, too sensitive or thinking too much, kind of like misinterpret signs. Could also be like holding on to signs that if you, I don't know, if you're looking for signs, let's say if you're separate from someone and you see like certain things, right? And you thought like, oh, it's the other person think about you or it's a sign or stuff like that. I'm not really worried about this because with the sun being here, I do feel like, if this is like your case. I mean, there's a lot of cases. I see like different energies, but for people who are kind of in the lookout for the signs, especially like if the Seven of Swords is talking about people that you heard before or like you did something in the past, I do think there's a separation here. It's either like you left them or they decided to leave you and close that door. But I'm only talking about like this case. If this is your case, this is only for you, which is not for everyone. Probably for like one person out there. And I think the sun coming out is kind of like you thought XYZ things intuitively because you thought these are the signs. But with the sun, it's like nothing happened in 3D. So like logically, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm talking about? And let's move on to the energy here, which is what happened in the past that is related to the healing. And when I shuffle the cards, I'm actually more inclined to ask, what have you done in the past? Because I do feel like for some of you, it's like your past action that needs to be healed. We have the moon, page of coins, which is page of pentacles, two of coins, two of pentacles, ace of wand in reverse, the emperor. The moon talk about emotion or subconscious. Could also talk about lies and deceptions, which is kind of resonate with the Seven of Swords here. I do feel like for some of you, it's the lies that you told, just for some of you. And I also like see the split energy here. For some of you, like this moon and with the Ace of Wands being reversed and this Emperor here, it's kind of like what I said before about this charity. For some of you, you build a wall up. You don't want other people to get close to you or get inside of you or to know who you really are. So you build a shield and you do not disclose your true feelings to people because it's kind of like a sign of weakness or sign of to show your vulnerability. And to be honest, like I totally understand because just seeing this energy, I feel like for some of you, there might be something happened in the past that made you build yourself up. And it might be like deeply rooted in like childhood, like I was saying here, that made you build up the defense mechanism. And I want you to know that I'm not here to judge. Let's keep going on. So kind of like identity or this shield you have to put on, like this Emperor here. This could be like if you're a male watching this, there's like typical or I guess like the toxic, just like it's kind of like the stereotype, like men don't cry, right? Like you have to act tough or men don't have like feelings and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying like what I see here. This could be for some of you that you're acting tough. I guess regardless of gender. Because I remember like there's time that I wanted to act tough because like I was in a very hostile environment that I kind of have to act tough. But my point is that regardless of gender, this is what I see. Now let's move on to the Page of Coins. Page is earth energy and coins is earth. So it's double earth. It's very interesting. This is like the horse. Horse is also very earth energy. But with the Two of Coins, it's like juggling. And here the image is interesting. There's also two I guess deers. For some of you, not for all of you, probably just that one person out there. There was once a time that you were trying to entertain more than one person, two people at least, and that you have to lie about it. Because these two, like it's even like the direction is very similar. The facing, looking at one, and the other one is like she's holding it, right? And this other one, like she keep it close. She's kind of like petting it on the side, right? But this could be for that one person out there. And I do feel like that is something you're thinking about, reflecting about. I don't know if like you're just thinking about refining your art, quote unquote art, or refining your skills to be more sneaky. And for that one person, it's like this lie come out to light with the sun. All right, let's talk about the other energy here. If there's no like other people involved, like then I see this Page of Coins is like work. You know, you focus on the stability, you focus on your career and getting the money. With this Two of Coins, it's like balancing your personal life and kind of like your inner happiness that you cannot define with money or anything material. And the other side is like the material world that you're trying to balance. This Two of Pentacles, it kind of imply that you kind of need to make a decision. And with this Ace of Wands, it's like you chose the passion in reverse, which is you didn't choose love. You chose something else. Career, right? For the one person out there, it's like you chose someone else. And with the Ace of Wands in reverse, this could also talk about like, you know, just cave into lust, where your true passion, or I guess like true love, well that's also like a quote unquote, you know, because you didn't ended up with that person, you chose someone else. You never know, you know, if that person is the real one. I guess it's like the paradox, but I have to say like it's not really for everyone. It's kind of like you want it all, that energy, and whoever that doesn't want to be in, you know, triangulation or whatever to be like the side person or whatever, that will be the one who got away. But this is only for that one person out there. I'm just saying. All right, let's move on to here. And here I ask, what is the focus or what the healing is about? And we have Knight of Wands, King of Wands. So here, like we kind of have like an upgrade or like maturity of the energy from Knight to King. And Knight of Wands is like double fire, because Knight is fire and Wand is fire. This could talk about like get lost at a moment, just cave into lust. So for that one person out there, this could really talk about like, you know, kind of all over the place, don't want to settle down. And it's also talk about like travel. So this could really be like places, right? Go to from place to place. For other of you, this is about like the ambitious in achieving career goal and do not care about the consequence. Kind of like the go-getter energy with this and the horse. And the King of Wands, I do think there's a need to mature, and King, it brings, so before it's the impulsivity, and here is more like put mind into it. This could talk about like reconsider things, or I guess like consider the consequence before putting into action. The King is one of the like presentation of the Emperor, but that focus on kind of like the spirit, the desire, the passion. For some of you, I do feel like there's a restriction in expressing yourself, in just let your true passion be known to the world, to do anything about it. And for some of you, this is kind of like the lion heart. King of Wands is someone who is very brave. Instead of holding back, do the things that match or express your true desire. Follow your true inspiration, your passion. If you were worried about money, if you worry about status, it's really the opposite of King of Wands. I mean, King of Wands is someone in authority, but he is in authority not because he has everything planned out, not because he do the right thing, even though he doesn't like doing those things, you know? He only does this for money, for fame, for status. That is not King of Wands. For that one person out there, if you involve with like lying, kind of like constant lying, constantly put on a facade, the King of Wands is telling you to be true to yourself, be true to other people. Let other people see who you really are. You never know, you might be surprised. People will like the authentic you better. And be brave to just be who you are. And here we have 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and 2 of Swords. A lot of Swords energy, mental. I think this is about peace, transitioning into mental peace. I think there was something that was bothering you involved with this 5 of Swords that you kind of want to get out of that place. And the 5 of Swords talk about like lost a battle by like unjust. So whether you're like one who lost the battle or the one who won by just being sneaky here, either which one there's a need to put that kind of like a mental stress. There's something that is on your mind. You need to transit into the calm water, to peace, which is the 2 of Swords also talking about. There's also talk about making a decision. So for some of you, if you need to make a decision, that could really help to just make you bring you to this peace, this inner peace. And if you see like this is 5, 6, and 7, that's your current energy. This kind of implies for some of you like your strategic planning or you're thinking your move next. Related to like how to make this decision, like how to deal with this 5 of Swords in the past. And here we have the Page of Cups and the Hangman. Like I was saying, like there's something bothering your mind. This could be you're still attached to certain things, certain people. And I do think this is related to the 5 of Swords. This Page of Cups is looking at the magic. The cups is the water energy. And with the background, it's kind of like the flow. This is giving me like a little emotion flow. Here, like the 2 of Swords, it's also like water. And this could also talk about like psychic, spirituality. I do feel like for some of you, like whatever happened in the past or like whatever that you did in the past, which might involve like hurting other people, this make you look at the magic or to say like the spirituality. Just looking at this energy, I feel like maybe before you were just not looking at it, or for some of you like resisting it, because I do feel like you are very spiritual. You do. But I guess like the Emperor energy being here, it's like being this Page of Cups might not be, you know, fitting the Emperor's identity. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that you're looking at the spiritual direction. You know that exists. I do feel like this changed your outlook or the way that you do things, because, you know, there is cause and effect, or to say like the consequence. Maybe in the past you feel like you need to win by all sorts. Maybe you didn't care about do it in the right way. But looking at the Page of Cups, like, you know, the universe has its law, and something that you think you win in the past might come back and bite you, probably in a very different way, like ironic way. Well, at least for some of you, like I see this, there's like a mental conflict here. I don't want to say like guilty, but it's just like this unease in the mind and trying to become peace, trying to make a reconciliation. No matter if you're the one that hurt people or the one being hurt, sometimes like hurting people, you really have to have a stronger mind. It actually takes a longer time and more energy to heal, or to say like make that reconciliation more like with yourself. To some extent, I don't really think people who are hurt are kind of like the true victim. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like if you talk to people who hurt other people, like they have a name for it, and when you talk to them, they will always say something sounds like they're the victim. You know what I'm talking about? And looking at the energy, I kind of think it is true, because I do think it is hard for at least like some people. I don't want to say like all people, but for some people to move on, to actually heal, to not carry that wounds into the future, because there were no true reconciliation. Just from this Five of Swords, and I'm not talking about you, it's just what this energy reminds me of, because like they thought they win. They did whatever that they had to do to win. When they hurt people, energetically, they're also hurting themselves. The effect is not instant when they strike for the other person, right? That effect is instant. That hurt is instant. And I don't know if you see like these things, but people who were like being cheated on, they at the time did not take it well, but eventually like they get over it, right? Once they chose to leave this connection. And I would say it's kind of quite common that people who were cheating, that in the long run, they wanted to come back. They cannot get over. There's one reason is like they tried everything or everyone, it didn't work out. They will always think like, oh, that one is the one who got away, right? I mean, it is like the mentality, but also I just think it's just these wounds that are still there. It's like trying to get inner peace. It's like that judgment, trying to wash off the past. There comes with like decisions, like this Two of Swords here. You need to make a decision, and it's gotta be like consistent over time that withstand the test of timing. It's not just like this one time. There will be tests in the future. It's up to this choice, like the Two of Swords. And it doesn't have to be like a major like choice. A lot of things, or to say like a lot of karma is based on like small choices in life, and sometimes these could have like the butterfly effect or the ripple effect. Like one thing can cause chain effect to something else that you would never expect. And I do feel like that is something you can never control, or you can never, like the Seven of Swords energy, like strategically plan everything out, because it's like the three body problem. All right, let's talk about guidance here. We have surrender to silence, says in quiet meditation or contemplation. It's kind of like what we were saying before, like the reflection. Let go and enter the stillness within. Yeah, that's the Two of Swords here. And the Six of Swords, the peace. Silence can heal and replenish you. I think that's a good advice. And we really resonate with the cards here. Next, we have surrender to passion. Okay. It says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. This is kind of what I was saying before about the restriction. And when I talk about the Page of Cups, I also talk about like the flow energy. I think these are pretty good advice. All right, Pal 4. Take care.